San Antonio Today, the only local news station with nonstop news.
Man, it is what we do. We are just mowing through Friday morning.
Mowing.
Yes. I love it. I'll teach you about those phrases. Yeah.
It's a good analogy, mowing.
The weather's going to pop. We're going to mow through the Friday. With that, Nonstop News starts in just a few moments. We are the only station in town commercial free for the next 15 minutes.
That's right. We have you covered this morning, including a look at traffic with Joy and a look at your weather with Siobhain. Good morning, Siobhain.
Good morning, everyone. Well, it is Friday Fiesta. We are definitely on our last parts of the big Fiesta celebrations across our area. Unfortunately, we have chances for some severe storms this afternoon from about 4 p.m. till about midnight. We are definitely 3 out of 5 as far as the risk level goes. So could see some high hail, some high winds, and some very heavy rainfall as we see storms kind of firing up late this afternoon. So right now, nothing to worry about. Getting ready to head out the door. We don't have any rain on radar. However, temperatures a little warm and muggy. We're at 69 in San Antonio, 70s down to the southwest. So forecast for today, 70% chance of those afternoon storms and evening storms. High of about 87. So if you're going to be outdoors for the Fiesta events, keep your eyes to the sky. Make sure you download our News 4 weather app. You're definitely going to need it. Tonight's going to be quite a exciting evening when it comes to weather. So we'll be watching it closely for you, and we'll let you know what's going to happen.
Okay, let's check back in downtown because this is where we have had a series of issues causing delays for us both on northbound I-35 and on southbound I-10 right here at the WOAI. 2 crashes that happened almost in the exact spot but in opposite directions. So as you take a look at this live picture, this is southbound I-10 as it merges with I-35, so all but one lane shut down for that crash. This is northbound I-35. The lower level completely shut down right now because of an earlier rollover crash. So that's the situation. Behind that, you'll see a lot of headlights, and that's looking at about a 15-minute delay northbound on I-35. Now, southbound on I-10, we're also seeing a lot of crowding happening. You can see that line of traffic already starting to grow. That wreck is a little bit fresher. The ones in the northbound lane, we did have David Mendoza driving by there. He let us know that the truck is at least up on a tow truck, so that's one step closer to getting that cleared out. But still not a great day for the WOAI. David, good morning. As I understand it, you're now heading towards a different spot on I-35 for us this morning.
Hey, good morning, Joy. Yeah, I'm on 35 North approaching Weidner Road, headed up to see this traffic in the northeast. But I do have good news about that accident in the northbound lanes of 35 at the WOAI. According to police communications, they will be opening up that crash in the next 5 minutes or so. So positive there. The crash in the southbound lanes didn't look too hot. That one might be quite a bit longer. So I'll keep you updated, let you know how the northeast looks. Until then, back to you.
All right, David, we appreciate it. This is where he's headed to. 25 to 30-minute delay northbound on I-35 because of construction closures between Loop 1604 and Olympia Parkway, down to one lane there. That's the latest with your on-time traffic.
Thank you, Joy. The investigation into a deadly workplace accident is underway. This after a man was killed in a mudslide at a Poteet sand pit. Your South Texas Ford dealer Sky 4 flew over the Signal Peak Silica sand pit off of State Highway 16 Thursday afternoon. Atascosa County Sheriff's Office says the man killed was 30 years old. Accident investigators say the victim was using a piece of equipment at the bottom of that pit when the mudslide happened and the equipment he was using flipped over.
The Texas Rangers are now on the case of a dead inmate here in Bexar County. The Sheriff's Office says they found Francisco Bazan unresponsive in his cell. He had died. Investigators think that he got hit. This is their words, got hit really hard in the chest. We are still waiting, though, official cause of death from the ME's office.
This morning, a massage parlor on San Antonio's north side remains closed after state investigators say it could be tied to human trafficking. The Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation issued a 6-month emergency closure for Sweetness Spa, located off of West Avenue. A recent complaint says there was human trafficking happening at that establishment. The whistleblower provided pictures and videos to police. During a site visit, investigators found several unlicensed employees as well as a naked customer.
This morning, the search continues for that guy right there. He is accused of robbing a liquor store on FM 78 in North Foster Tuesday night about 9 o'clock. He allegedly walked in, pointed a knife at someone, robbed the store, and then took off. Crime Stoppers is offering a reward for information that leads to his arrest. 6:46 right now. We've got more details this morning about the UTSA professor who was arrested after investigators caught him 4 years ago watching child pornography. His name is Zaid Haddad. He was arrested Tuesday and is now facing federal child pornography charges. This case, though, goes back to July of 2021. The question is, why did it take them so long to make an arrest?
It's unbelievable. You don't walk in on a guy who's watching child pornography with young kids on a flat screen in his apartment and not make an arrest.
The FBI will gather intelligence, usually through a variety of sources, either through other law enforcement agencies.
If convicted, Haddad now faces up to 20 years in prison.
Making national headlines this morning, lawyers for accused healthcare CEO killer Luigi Mangione asked a court to dismiss the New York murder case against him, or at the very least delay it. They say it's because Mangione is also fighting federal murder charges. They highlighted the double jeopardy clause, a right to not be prosecuted twice for the same crime. The 26-year-old is accused of killing the chief executive officer of United Healthcare in New York last December. Prosecutors plan to seek life in prison for Mangione if a jury convicts him. He has pleaded not guilty.
Well, some crazy video here from Florida. A drug-fueled fiasco takes a real bizarre turn, so watch the folks on the scooter there. This is like out of an action movie. Deputies say the girlfriend of a suspected drug dealer tried to escape a drug bust. They wiped out on the scooter. Scooter wasn't going real fast, but they wiped out. The woman is now being charged. She was arrested, now being charged with selling and delivering fentanyl.
In this morning's For Your Health, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is asking the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention to look for new treatments for measles. The Health and Human Services Secretary wants the CDC to look at medications and alternative therapies, such as vitamins. In a statement, HHS noted the CDC recommends the measles vaccine as the most effective way to prevent the disease, but it added that some people may choose not to get the shot and wants a way to support those people as well. There is also no specific treatment for measles once someone is infected. This comes as a measles outbreak in West Texas has grown to nearly 800 cases this week.
Well, speaking of the health department is pumping $500 million into what officials are hoping is a universal flu vaccine. So the dream here is a shot that will protect against several strains, including bird flu. The vaccine is being worked on in-house at the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. Clinical trials expected to start next year, could be ready for FDA approval by 2029. That initiative also is hoping to develop a universal vaccine for the coronavirus. Well, last weekend a fiesta, and tomorrow is one of the most popular events every year. The King William Fair will once again descend onto that historic neighborhood. Thousands of people are expected to show up.
Here's the thing. Our station always gets invited to King William parties.
Okay.
Yeah, so we get a bird's eye view of the event.
Oh, nice. Are you going?
I'm not.
Oh.
But anyway, I share that because lots of people have parties, right? They're in those buildings and offices.
Those homes are amazing.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. So the event features entertainment, a parade, and lots of things to do for the kids. News 4 San Antonio's Tawny Davis is live in the Content Center with more details. Hi, Tawny.
Well, good morning. The King William Association has held this annual fiesta event for over 55 years. Through their efforts, they are able to raise funds for arts, education, and community improvements. Now this year, people will see the event kick off with a parade at 9 a.m., which includes free viewing on Adams Street and East Gunther. At the fair, kids can enjoy over 200 arts and crafts booths and a Kingdom Play area. There will also be over 60 food vendors for people to try all of their favorite foods. As Texas's first residential historical neighborhood, all of the money raised goes back into the King William area. As of now, the organization has been able to give back almost $1 million to the neighborhood. So when you attend King William Fair, you are helping out your local community.
What's really special about the King William Fair is that all of our entertainers, our art and craft vendors, our food vendors, they're all local mom and pop businesses. So when you buy a ticket to the fair, you're actually helping our small businesses thrive, and you're creating community, which is what a fiesta is all about.
This year will also be the second time the King William Fair and Parade will be a confetti-free zone. The organization says the confetti can make its way into storm drains, waterways, and even wildlife habitats. This way they are able to reduce waste and be respectful of residents' property. Now King William Fair officially kicks off at 9 a.m. tomorrow. There will be road closures in that area, so make sure you plan ahead before you head out. Reporting live in the Content Center, I'm Tawny Davis. Back to you.
Well, take a look at this. Footage of lightning out near Hondo. This was taken Thursday night. Crazy stuff.
Yeah, and then that's out of Carrizo Springs. Serious downpour, heavy rain, a lot of lightning you can see there. And for some folks, some small hail, which can always cause a lot of problems. And I guess we avoided.
We did.
We
it kind
avoided
of
all
died
that.
out, the severe part of it, when it got to San Antonio last night. But today's another day.
That's the question.
And now we have a window for some pretty big storms expected. So we're trying to maneuver this whole thing because I know we have so many outdoor plans and everybody's all set up. So we're going to keep you updated throughout
So would
the
you
afternoon.
not go tonight?
You know me, we're going to go no matter what, honey. You just take that umbrella, make sure you got the News 4 weather app, and do not back down.
There you go.
There you go.
That's what I always want to go with, Siobhain.
Heck yes, it's the last weekend of Fiesta, and then 2025 is in the books, and time to start looking at next year. So we need to definitely enjoy what we have right now. Of course, I know weather's not going to be the greatest, but we're going to take what we can get. As for right now, if you're getting ready to head out the door, not bad at all, actually. We only are seeing a few clouds in the skies. It's a very humid morning. The rain has moved out that rolled in last night. It's gone for now. However, with daytime heating and the moisture in the air, approaching cold front on the way, we are definitely calling for a pretty good chance for some severe storms to fire up late this afternoon and throughout the evening. So mid 60s right now up in the hill country. We're looking at lower 70s down to the southwest. We have 69 in San Antonio. Off to the East Gonzales, you're sitting at 70 degrees right now. So as we get through the next several days, though, the good news with this frontal boundary, it's going to cool us down. It's going to feel great for the King William Fair Saturday, Sunday, and all the other activities that are going to be outdoors for the weekend. Rain's going to move out after the front rolls through tonight, and then tomorrow we'll see a high of 79 degrees and that humidity drops, so it's going to feel really nice. So as we look at our models, though, this is what we're starting to look at. At 3:30, bound 3:30, we're beginning to see those storms starting to fire up across the area. Then we begin to see more activity starting up towards the northwest as that frontal boundary comes through. We definitely are going to see more rain as we go into the evening by 9, 10 o'clock. By midnight, we're expecting most of the activity to have shifted to the east. However, that frontal boundary is going to keep that chance of severe weather. So with that, we are sitting at about a 3 out of 5 risk, enhanced risk for some severe weather. Could see some hail, some high winds, some very heavy rain, and even a very low chance for a tornado. So looks like today's NIOSA event could possibly be a little bit of an issue. 87 with, of course, 70% chance of some rain. We're hoping to get that rain anywhere from 1 to 4 inches across the area. So be careful if you're going to be out and about this afternoon and evening. We'll keep you updated, so stay here and have a great weekend.
All right, as promised, I-35 northbound has just reopened. That's right here. You'll notice a couple of crews still making their way out of that area, but we have those lanes back open. Southbound, we still have this big closure. A lot of cleanup still ahead of us here, and that is causing some delays in southbound I-10 heading towards the Y. So these were 2 crashes in the same spot, opposite directions. Northbound is cleared, but still about a 20 to 25 minute delay behind it. Then there's this on the northeast side, I-35 as well. 20 to 25 minutes because of construction closures between Loop 1604 and Olympia Parkway. That is where David Mendoza has now reached in road cam. David, from one backup to another, how's it looking?
Hey, 35 northbound, squeezed in traffic. That's where I'm at right now, and that's what it is. So until next time, drive safe. TGIF. Back to you.
All right, David. We'll continue to check in with him every morning right here with your on-time traffic.
Guys, thank you so much. Great job today. New this morning in the Edgewood ISD School District, we want to tell you about a couple of students who are breaking records, school records, as power lifters over at Kennedy High School.
Very cool. News 4 San Antonio's Christina De Leon has more information on the pair. Good morning, Christina.
Yeah, good morning. It was really interesting meeting these two, a boy and a girl, both seniors who really fell in love with the sport and did it Starting in their sophomore year, the fraternal twins basically often practiced together in the weight room. 17-year-old Bernardo Burnaby won his first competition his sophomore year. This year, he placed second in state. His sister Isabella, no slouch either. She was inspired by her brother, wanted an after-school activity as well. When competing, she always qualified for regionals and placed 8th overall in state with squats as her specialty.
It makes me feel good about myself. And it's like, I don't know, it's an individual sport, so I like that. And it just makes you push yourself to your limits, you know? So I feel like that's what I like about powerlifting.
At the end of the day, it's just about what you can do, like yourself. So, I mean, I did my best, like, total. That was my best total ever.
Both hope to continue lifting after graduation, and both just really great kiddos as well. Reporting live, I'm Christina Velion. We'll send it back to you.
That's super cool. And I love the soundbite from her where she said, it makes me feel good about myself. Like that is, in this day and age, and everything that a teenager has to deal with, the idea that she can embrace that and the fact that they're family, like super cool.
And I love the fact that it's a good sport for women, right?
Yeah.
You never see women in it, and it's very cool that she's involved.
Well, and there's this thing now where, you know, if you're trying to, you know, get into shape, and certainly, you know, a 53-year-old guy, like they say lifting is a lot more important than cardio.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Have a great weekend. As we say every day, today is a gift. Make it count.